Today what I'm doing is a family name commission again. So we have 2 adults, a mom, dad, a child, 2 wiener dogs, and a cat named Quinn, Puss. So yeah, I do a little sketch on pencil or with a marker down at the coffee shop. So I kind of have an idea, and then what I do is I like to always start out with a sketch on just some generic paper, some paper I'm just going to throw away, just to kind of get placing and organization where everything's going to fall, so that there's always surprises. There's always surprises, but hopefully we'll keep the surprises to a minimum. So first we'll start with our dogs down at the bottom. And based on my sketch, and I don't know why I didn't, but I like to tape the sketch up here on the board and kind of give me a little guidance, different things I've tried. So we'll see how this works here. So we'll start with doggy number 1. I think this is Quinn. I shouldn't be nervous because this is just my practice sketch. But I always want to nail a practice sketch so it gives me some confidence in my final sketch, you know what I mean? So, now these are wiener dogs, so we're going to make them, try to make them nice and long. And this is a great time to practice different things, I guess, if I do want to try something. This right here is my guideline on where I'll where I'll cut this out. I almost feel like my wiener dog's head's too big and his body's too short, but I guess we'll have to take that into account next time. So I'll try to make this one a little bit smaller of a head just for practice. That's the problem. I wind up drawing too big sometimes. But once again, this is just practice. So I like this head better. So we'll make a little note to make this, need to make this a little bit further out. So make our body longer, make it a little smaller. And then I think the most important thing is to get the child in here first, because I still have to get mom, dad, and a cat in. So in my practice, I did that. I'm looking over at my practice. Get these just right. Well, there is no just right, to be honest. I mean, you just do your best and let the magic happen, right? So then put mom right here. Okay. I don't need to do all the letters and stuff, but then we have a cat, so we still have to work the cat in somewhere, which is always so I feel like my practice sketch was better than this one. So I'm almost wondering there is no try, there is just do. Okay. Part of this had a lot to do with I didn't have this dog over far enough, so I know I can do this. I know this is going to pull together, so let's get the real paper and just go for it, because the placement, I am painting them standing up, and I do really enjoy, I'm trying that, and I'm enjoying that a lot, so we'll see how this works. Okay. Yeah, so this is just, it's not what I do at night. This is the family name commission hour. This has been a pre-ordered commission with details, notes. this is it. I'm looking at my sketch. We're gonna do it. We're gonna knock this baby out of the park. Okay. So we have our first 2 wiener dogs. I'm loving it. Now I'm gonna look at my sketch and checking out my sketch. We're gonna get mom, dad. We're getting the whole family in here now. Now let me see what I did on kitty cat. Oh yeah, I like what I did there. Okay, so up until now, this has been a 10mm pen, and now we're going to switch to what is the 5mm pen. I never know how silly I want to get with the animals. I think that's pretty good. That's cool. There we go. Okay. So this is where it gets kind of fun. This is where we do the names. And so now we're going to add the names to it. And this is also not where it gets only fun. It also gets a little scary because I want to make sure I get everyone's name. So we're going to start with low-hanging fruit here. And we're going to do Quinn and Sparky. Stark. See? It's a good thing I read this. Stark and Quinn. So I'm going to start with Stark over on the left. And I may sit down to do this. So sorry if I'm blocking the camera here. Okay. I'm going to do Stark in this gray. Get this pen primed. You always want to prime these pens before you go straight on your. Okay, I have successfully written Stark's name, so we're good there. Now let's do Quinn. Quinn. And I like to shift the colors around. We're actually going to keep both pups the same color. Then we'll give the humans some different colors. Okay. Now let's do Dad. We've got Quinn and Stark. Gordon. 2 O's. And once again, I use this frame to keep everything, in line, but I also use this frame because this is where it gets trimmed to 24 by 32 so that the customer is able to frame it. Okay. Always double checking my spelling on these. Yep. O-N, Gordon. It's Monday. I don't have any exciting stories quite yet. If anything pops up to my head, I'll tell you something. Oh, I like that. These are grog squeezers. I get that question all the time. What pens do you use? 2 names to go. We have Murphy is the child. So let's see here. Let's get Murphy right in here. 3 names to go. How about we do all of the animals' names with gray highlights and all of the human names with this Miami. This is a great, what I consider a unisex color. So the teal, it's awesome. I love it. So we'll do all the family in teal and all the pets in gray. Thank you. I think it looks great either way. I love that. I think that looks good. Murphy. Yeah, we got to spell. Okay. Nicole. That's the mother. The key is to have fun with these. Is to not take yourself too seriously. I try not to take myself too seriously. I joke about how this is probably not going to be sitting next to the Mona Lisa at the Louvre, but then you never know. You never know. Maybe 1,000 years from now. Mona Lisa who? Okay, Nicole. Nicole. It's just a really good feeling the way these pens flow and the way they move. I'm not sponsored by them. I get no kickbacks. I pay full price. But these grog squeezers, of all the stuff I've tried, they are my favorite right now. I say right now because if I were ever to get a pen sponsorship, I would be bragging about that pen. But right now, I'm paying, so I can say what I like. Okay, the horses smell in the barn. That is Indiana talk for we are almost there and it's looking good. We still have to do Puss the cat. And we're doing Puss the cat in gray. Cat, Puss. Okay, here we go. When I have double letters, sometimes I like to break it up with color. Okay, so this is where I step back and I take a look at it and I ask myself, hey, is there anything that's going to make this better? And I'm not necessarily asking the audience here. I'm just, it's like a feeling thing, you know? Like, let's see if there's anything that, I always like to put hearts and I know where I'm going to put the heart. So let's get our pen ready. I'm going to put it over here by the cat. There's a space right there I feel good about. Give a little drip, ties the family together. The drips seem to always go towards mom. I don't know why that is. Maybe because mom's locked in love. We'll sign this. And let's see if I have my pen. We're going to sign this one. Excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. Good. So anyway, so this was for the Gordon, Murphy, Nicole, Stark, Quinn family. Thanks a lot. I always want to thank anyone and everyone who makes a purchase, or anyone and everyone who hits the like or subscribe, or anyone who and everyone who just sits for 10 seconds and watches me paint some squiggles. I appreciate it. So thank you very much.